if you added 10% of Bitcoin to your portfolio, your total return would have gone from 132% to 520%. And your annualized return went to 19.5%. Your volatility only went up to 13.75% from 10.86. Yeah, it's more volatile, definitely. It's 3% more volatility annually. But your Sharpe ratio went to 1.29. Yeah. So it still went up.
Yeah, so that's why people say the volatility is a feature, not
a bug.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. James Lavish explores potential Bitcoin price manipulation and suppression tactics. Tune in to uncover the hidden dynamics. Let's dive deeper into this intriguing topic together.
We don't know exactly what's going on with the custodians of Bitcoin. We don't know if they're fractionalizing it at all. We don't truly know until Coinbase releases exactly what all the addresses are and exactly how they're holding them and verifies that, like we have audits. I don't know. Do I expect it? No. Do I believe that there's manipulation going on? No, I don't believe that. I just think that truly, I think, look, $100,000 has been a massive mental level for people. It jumped over it, came back, jumped over it, came back, jumped over. It's done it like 4 or 5 times. And I believe that there are the OGs, people have been holding on to this thing for a very, very, very long time, and they've made life-changing wealth, and they're going to enjoy it now, and they're cashing in a little bit. And that's okay. They have way more than you and I do, and they're just cashing in, and that's okay. But I don't believe it's being suppressed. That's not my belief. Is it possible? Sure, of course it is. But I do believe that institutions are now in here and taking advantage of this volatility. And once it does get over 100,000, stays over 100,000, and that mental level is gone, well, that becomes a support level. But we're not there yet, at least not today.
Bitcoin finds itself at a crucial crossroads as traders watch the price nearing a potentially disastrous $69,000 level. Currently trading at $81,800, the cryptocurrency is sandwiched between key liquidity zones that could dictate its next move. On-chain data reveals critical support around $79,270 and $69,450, warning that if these levels falter, a rapid downturn could follow. Meanwhile, resistance between $84,296 and $86,753 forms a significant barrier, as many holders appear ready to sell, creating a formidable sell wall. Dropping back to $69,000 would be more than just another dip. It would signal a psychological setback reminiscent of past struggles. The market's foundation above previous all-time highs is under pressure, and any weakening in demand might push prices lower. Investors remain extremely cautious as mounting market uncertainty fuels every trading decision.
A lot fewer people in DC understand it, and I think the vast majority of them are not worried about it at all. And I don't think they care about it. They just think it's some speculative asset for, a small portion of the constituent that is very vocal about it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little $2 trillion asset. It's smaller than Apple, So, but by and large, I think that they will come around to it eventually, and they're having a conversation, and that's probably the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to talk about, this administration, how positive it is, it's that we're now having the conversations.
Sure.
Do I think that we're going to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve this year? No, I think it has to run through a gauntlet of legislation and committees, and it's just going to take forever.
Yeah.
So nothing happens quickly in DC, or at least not in Congress. Maybe it does in the executive office now, but not in Congress. So yeah, I think that it's going to take time. I don't think we're just going to rush out there and start buying it. Could we have some sort of NGO that's doing it? Well, we've seen that that's possible. We could.
Yeah.
I just don't think this administration is going to do that, especially after cracking down on all of them. They're not going to go and put a black mark on their record by doing that. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, Bitcoiners had such high hopes that there was going to be some big Bitcoin announcement on day one, and it really didn't come. And then we had the meme coin launches and, tweets about other cryptocurrencies. But it's been interesting to see the stablecoin regulation and the sort of the fact that they really want that passed because it provides such demand for U.S. treasuries, right? I mean, how do you see that all playing out?
Yeah, I mean, they're realizing very quickly, and even last year when we were in D.C., we were talking about that. That's one thing that they really did realize, that it's important. Tether is a huge buyer of U.S. treasuries. So it used to be back in the day, before I was even involved in this space, how I understand it, it used to be that people bought Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin was kind of like the stable coin, that they would go from there to buy the other coins, and they would move out of Bitcoin into other things. But then came along the stable coins, and now they're buying stable coins, and that's kind of their holding place in order to get other currencies, cryptocurrencies, or Bitcoin. It's important for people who want dollars, who don't have access to dollars, they can buy stablecoin instead, and internationally. So that's been a really big deal. And they're seeing this. The U.S. government and DC and the Treasury are realizing that this is a very big deal, and this is going to provide liquidity. We have got to get legislation around this, and we've got to embrace it. And I think that's what's happening. And that really is actually naturally the first step. So do I think that Bitcoin is going to disrupt the treasuries or disrupt the dollar? No, not today. And I think it just could enhance it. And that's the whole point, is that if you do put Bitcoin on your balance sheet, it could enhance the backing of the treasuries over a long period of time. Not in 2 years, but I'm talking about 5, 7, 10, 12 years. That'd be a great asset to have on the balance sheet.
Bitcoin traders are on high alert as several key indicators point to a potential repeat of past market crashes. Recently, Bitcoin experienced a 22% decline from its all-time high of $109,000, drawing comparisons to the deep corrections seen during previous bull cycles. Less than 3 months into a politically charged period, market volatility has surged, causing many to question whether history may repeat itself. In 2018, similar macroeconomic pressures, including trade tensions and rising inflation, led to a devastating 72% yearly decline that pushed Bitcoin's value to lows near $3,740. Today, mounting economic challenges such as a looming $7 trillion debt refinancing and shifting capital into safe haven bonds have added to the uncertainty. The 10-year Treasury yield has dropped to a 2-month low, signaling that investors are favoring risk-averse assets over cryptocurrencies. On-chain data further underscores the current risk, as accumulation has weakened and sell pressure has intensified. Metrics like the short-term holders' spent output profit ratio indicate that many investors are selling at a loss, reflecting a growing capitulation trend. With support zones failing to hold and a noticeable reluctance from buyers, Bitcoin appears to be on a dangerous path. Traders are closely watching these developments, aware that the present scenario bears striking similarities to the 2018 crash, which ultimately led to prolonged downward movements in the market. Market watchers are strongly urged to stay informed as these trends evolve. The coming weeks will be critical in determining if Bitcoin can reverse this downward momentum, or if corrections emerge. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.